So there's 3 different ways you can get soft boiled eggs like this every single time, but I'm not sure who has what appliances and what tools in the kitchen, so I'll go through the 3 and tips to each one that I've used along the way. Alright, so method number 1, we'll call this the classic. Everybody's got a pot, pan, and at least a spoon, so that's all you'll need here. So the first important step is just to get this water up to a boil. Then you will need a spoon, and this is going to help us get the eggs in here without busting them open. Now is also a good time to get your eggs out of the fridge and just kind of set them so that they're ready to go. Alright, so as soon as this water boils, pop your lid off and rest your egg in a spoon and just gently down the side, slowly put it in, and then pull the spoon away to let it go to the bottom, and that's going to keep your eggs from cracking. Put the lid back on, and as soon as your lid is on, start your timer for 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Now the cook time might change a little bit here based on your elevation above sea level. So start with 6 minutes and 15 seconds, the time from the last egg goes in, and upwards of 7 minutes maybe at a higher altitude should kind of get you there. Try 1 egg, see where it gets you, and adjust accordingly. Okay, so as soon as they are done, immediately dump out your boiling water and flush with cold water. You want to stop the cooking process of this egg right in its tracks. So give this about 30 seconds in a cold bath like this, and then pull it out, and we're going to peel it off, and that way your yolk is still warm on the inside. When you're peeling, try to start from the side, and you see the membrane here? Very important that you get underneath that membrane and then kind of lift the eggshell away. That'll get you a good peel. As you can see, already the yolk is coming apart and it's nice and runny on the inside. So there's our egg. And for the moment of truth. Look at that, a perfect soft boiled egg. And you can see I could have gone a little tiny bit sooner, but that's where I like them. So that's what I'm going to enjoy. So the plus to the pot method is it's probably about the most consistent, and you'll likely have a pot and a spoon anywhere you go. The downside to this method is it's a little bit inconsistent because of elevation. It does change your cook times for what you're used to. The other downside is the eggs are about a medium as far as peelability goes. It is still doable, but you'll find that the whites will want to kind of separate from the yolk using this method. Okay, so for method number 2, we're going to use an air fryer to get these eggs done. You'll want to set the temperature to 375 and set the timer to 6 minutes. And yes, I know the air fryer is dirty. It was literally like this for this one cook. I used the same footage for a different video I made on the channel, and took a lot of flack for having a dirty air fryer. Anyway, grab yourself a bowl, chuck some ice in there, and add some water, and that way we can get a nice ice bath going for when these things are done. Make sure they're fully submerged, and set the timer on whatever you like for 5 minutes to let these eggs cool off. Now this is probably about the worst part, and I will leave a lot of this footage so you can kind of see. These are farm fresh eggs, which doesn't help the case, but these are the worst peeling eggs from all 3 of the methods that I'm going to show you here by quite a long shot. They probably have the most consistency from the yolk from the outside where it meets the white till the inside of the yolk. So that's probably the plus side of using the air fryer, and it's probably the easiest one as well. You just chuck them in there, and it seems to be, it gets all of these methods are really quick, but this one seems to be even faster. But even at the time that we're talking here, like I've got this thing maybe a third of the way peeled, and you can see it's definitely a struggle. They do turn out great. Like there's nothing wrong with these eggs. Like I said, the yolks are fantastic. Now using the air fryer is probably the easiest method as far as getting the eggs cooked. The downside to this one is the eggs are the hardest to peel, and you end up with a cold yolk because of the longer ice bath required on this one to get the cooking stopped. I did try to pull the eggs out sooner to kind of keep the yolk warm, but the peeling is just, ends up being so bad. It's just not worth it. You'll fight with getting the peel off of these eggs. Now I've saved the best for last. This is my favorite method, using the Instant Pot, for one simple reason. The eggs peel way easier out of this than they do out of the other two methods that I showed you. And I mean, it's relatively easy as well. So to begin, you want 2 cups of water inside your Instant Pot. Always stick with 2 cups of water. Anything else that you change will change the cooking time of your eggs, so keep that in mind. So 2 cups of water goes in there. Put your eggs on the little grate, close it up, and set to low pressure for 1 minute. Okay, so as soon as your Instant Pot beeps, set a timer for 1 minute, and this is going to let us know when to depressurize this thing. As soon as the pressure has been relieved from your Instant Pot, grab your egg and throw it into some cold water, or throw your eggs and put it into some cold water, and leave them there for about a minute's good. And you can kind of feel when the egg is just lukewarm. That's when you want to pull it out and start the peeling process. The same thing kind of here. Start from the side and get underneath that membrane, and these things just peel. From all the methods here, this is the easiest peeling method. The only thing that you got to kind of make sure is you get underneath that membrane, and once you do that, this one you just win. Becomes super easy and nice big chunks come off. It's very satisfying to peel these. This is real time, and you can see from the comparison from the other eggs earlier, all these eggs came from the same location too, or from the same farmer. They're all farm fresh eggs. But perfectly peeled egg here, nothing separated, and it turned out really, really well. Now to adjust your times on the Instant Pot method here, what you want to do is add time to the depressurization cycle. Don't add time to the cook time. So 1 minute cook, but if you don't like the doneness of it, just leave the pressure in there for an extra 15 seconds. Or if it's too done, take off 15 seconds before you pop the pressure little relief valve there, and get your eggs into the ice bath. Now for any of you that want to change from a soft-boiled egg to a hard-boiled egg, add 6 minutes, start there. That should be pretty close for any of the methods that I showed you here.